The top PS5 games include everything from obvious PS5 exclusives and AAA cross-platform titles to the most obscure indie games no one has heard of. The PS5 is still in its early stages, but there are plenty of titles to enjoy. If you're not careful, you'll soon find yourself awash in sequels and remakes. That is why, to be prepared for the future, you need to play the finest PS5 games now. Since the PS5 is still a relatively new device, there is a slew of new titles on the way. Thanks to the PS5's extensive backward compatibility, you can play the best PS4 titles on it. Welcome to Luxuricity, the place of luxurious inspiration, ideas, and information. We will be talking about PS5, Top 6 Amazing Games 2022. Here are the top 6 games on PS5 in 2022. Number 6, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade is a fantastic game that is only available on the PlayStation 5. While the PS4 edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake includes the core experience, the PS5 version includes improved graphics, faster loading times, and, most crucially, a brand new episode dubbed Intermission. Yuffie Kisaragi, a fan-favorite party member from the original Final Fantasy VII, stars in this 2-chapter DLC pack. Intermission is an excellent addition to Final Fantasy VII Remake since it adds a new character with a gameplay style that is extremely different from Cloud's. Furthermore, the plot has numerous references to Final Fantasy Legends, which veteran fans will undoubtedly enjoy. Aside from that, Intergrade is unquestionably the best method to enjoy Final Fantasy XII Remake, as the technological enhancements alone are arguably worth the price of admission. This is the way to play FFVIIR if you've never done it before, and if you have, it's time to revisit Yuffie's journey. If you're enjoying this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Number 5, Astros Playroom. Astros Playroom must be played before you play anything else on your sparkling new PS5. This is where you'll learn why everyone is so enthusiastic about the new DualSense controller. Sony's new controller is a future marvel, and Astros Playroom gives it room to shine. From using the touchpad to pulling back a bowstring to blowing on the controller's microphone to generate wind, Sony's new controller is a futuristic marvel, and Astros Playroom gives it room to shine. It also helps that the game is memorable to the PlayStation's past. It's a pleasant trip down memory lane, with bots acting out scenarios from iconic games and PlayStation collectibles strewn throughout. Astros Playroom, despite its charming robot exterior, is a challenging game. Whether you're playing for the technology or the fan service, the game is a terrific representation of where Sony sees gaming going in the future. Number 4, Elden Ring. The most powerful sense of grandeur when exploring an open environment comes from Elden Ring's best moments. The terrors that lurk across its desolate plains contrast beautifully with its vastness and sense of freedom. On the other hand, the game is plagued with repetitive objectives, boss and monster reuse, and tiring mini-dungeons. Even after traveling across the lands between for dozens of hours, I'm still surprised, yet those repeating times are a drag. It's the battle that's the true draw here. The one wrong move and you're done strategy that made From Software's earlier games so popular is still in use here. The meticulous, graceful fighting, on the other hand, encourages you to establish your combat style and understand the ins and outs of each enemy as you fight them. Elden Ring lives up to its enormous promise, with towering bosses to defeat and plenty of secrets to uncover. Number 3, Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls on the PS5 conjures a completely new feeling. Bluepoint has created a visual and audio spectacular out of this dark, twisted universe. It's beautiful and impressive, but it compromises a lot of its atmospheric dread to achieve these marvels. Even though this concept differed significantly from what I had envisioned, I enjoyed it. Bluepoint has created an incredible spectacle that I've only seen in a handful of other games. It's currently one of the top PS5 games available. Demon's Souls is known for being difficult, with dark fantasy aspects, frustrating battles, and satisfying moments that make you feel like you've conquered the universe when you finish them. It also cleverly combines multiplayer aspects into its single-player game. It's unlike any other PS5 game, yet it's a respectable remake of a game that revolutionized the way dark RPGs were viewed for years to come. Number 2, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart. Since the release of A Crack in Time in 2009, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart is the first full entry in the original series. Rift Apart is a superb example of the PS5's powerful SSD and technical prowess, with the addition of a new playable protagonist and quick loading times. Aside from that, this latest installment lacks inventiveness and is a lackluster continuation of the plot from A Crack in Time. Rift Apart is still a wonderful game with satisfying moment-to-moment gameplay, incredible graphics detail, and a unique armory of weapons, but it lacks the enchantment of the series' best entries. The game has quick load times and mild DualSense haptic feedback, but those aren't the main reasons you should play it. Rift Apart, on the other hand, will almost surely captivate you with its vibrant graphics, tight gameplay, and touching tale. It follows up where Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus left off in 2013, but it also serves as an excellent introduction to the franchise for novices. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart feels substantial without being overbearing, with 15 to 20 hours of playtime. It's also a true PS5 exclusive. It's not available on PS4 or as a remake of a previous PlayStation title. Rift Apart does, however, feel eerily similar to previous Ratchet & Clank games. However, because it's a solid formula, it works to the title's advantage. Number 1, Deathloop. Deathloop's developer characterizes the game as a murder puzzle, which is an accurate description. It's not about shooting your way through as many foes as possible in this first-person shooter. Instead, it's a brilliant time loop adventure in which gathering information and piecing together clues about your surroundings is equally as vital as battling formidable adversaries. Deathloop's perfect sense of style is what makes it work. Deathloop will make you laugh as much as it will make you think, thanks to its 1960s Cold War style, razor-sharp script, and two tremendously appealing lead characters. After a few runs, the game may become repetitive, and it may not be to everyone's liking. For more luxurious inspiration, ideas, and informative videos, tune into the channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.